What's going on, Earth signs? Here's a little love special that I decided to do for you guys. So this reading is for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and we're also going to include Venus since it is a love special. So it's all of the different signs and the different positions or placements together, okay? You may also want to cross-watch you and your partner's other signs just to kind of maybe get a clearer picture. And also, the spread is designed to sort of peer into, you know, the dynamics of your guys' relationship and see where it maybe currently is or where it's maybe headed within the future. I hope the spread will help you regarding, you know, what to do or where to go, or also maybe just generally where the relationship is headed based upon your guys' circumstances. Also, make sure to see the description box. If you guys would like to book a private reading, there will be a link there to the website to actually help you guys book and to get there. I'm also available, guys, on Messenger. Make sure to also join the Facebook page that I made for our channel as well. So you guys can contact me there as well. And I'm also available on the chat little app that's built in the website. So I'm also available there as well, either or. So but do make sure to join the Facebook page, because I'm also available on Messenger, as I said, where it's always on my phone, and I'm available at, you know, hand's reach, basically. Okay, so I've already pre-shuffled and tuned in and focused on your guys' energy, you know, as a collective. So okay, let's bless the deck and then we'll get started. Okay. Guardian angels of love and light, ancestors lost and known in the seas of time, please intercede this reading to provide Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn with the clarity and direction as to which he or she seeks, and please grant me, the reader, the objectivity to read the cards and relay every single message as they're meant to be. Okay, all right, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Be dealing with another Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. You could be maybe dealing with a Libra specifically, or maybe a Capricorn specifically, and also maybe a Virgo specifically as well. I think that's all I really see here. Oh, or you could be dealing maybe with a Scorpio. So, let's see here. So for the current energy of your partner, they got the King of Pentacles reverse, and you got the Tower card reverse. When I see these two cards here, I want to say that your partner's current energy, I'm kind of picking up here that the relationship is not really too great right now. I'm also picking up, sorry, I guess I'm just lower this a little bit. There we go. I'm also kind of picking up that because your partner got the King of Pentacles reversed, I'm kind of picking up that, you know, this type of energy here, what it is it includes someone who's very kind of money hungry. Also someone who is very, the way that they approach certain situations are extremely, they're kind of rude. They're also very slow in terms of what they want to do. They're very focused on what they want. And it's someone who's very rigid as well. We can describe the King of Pentacles reverse as someone like that who's very, very, very rigid. Also someone who maybe kind of looks at other people and they kind of want what they want. Or, well, I'm sorry, they kind of want what they have, other people. So they kind of strive to do things that will bring that to them. It's also someone who maybe has a misalignment of values as well. It's someone who just goes out there and is only focused on what they particularly want. And what they tend to do is when the King of Pentacles is reversed, their wants kind of sort of turn into maybe desires, and this, you know, this yearn to acquire what it is that they're trying to acquire. It puts everyone else into a position where everyone then has to be amenable, or where everyone then has to kind of, you know, bend back or take a step back just to allow them to come in and kind of just do everything that they want. And it's a very selfish energy. It's also someone who maybe doesn't supply stability properly, or who doesn't supply stability enough. And that kind of goes hand in hand with only what they want, not what's best for the family or what's best for the relationship. And you got the Tower card here reversed. And Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I kind of feel like with this card here, the Tower reversed is, you know, someone or something that is trying to avoid the inevitable. And I want to say, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, that you are maybe trying to just stick it out in this relationship. And what I think you're trying to avoid is maybe everything kind of falling down and everything kind of coming to a point where it's just going to be nothing but a disaster. But what we must remember is that we can't avoid the inevitable. And if the inevitable is coming, we must oblige it. And we also must realize why that, you know, the inevitable has been presented to us, and also why are we in fear of it. That's another thing too. If we're in fear of it, there could be certain instances where maybe you kind of feel uncomfortable about it, but if we're in fear of it or trying to prevent it, that obviously, you know, is saying that it's not what's best for you or what's not best for your current situation or circumstance. So we must, you know, take that into consideration as well. Now for your guys' current energy together, you guys got the Eight of Swords here. The Eight of Swords speaks about someone being trapped, speaks about someone who, or something that just keeps you really down, that keeps you from moving forward with the way that you would like to. Just a card of entrapment, but also it's a card of being, perceiving that you're trapped. Which, looking from this, or what I'm kind of picking up a little bit, I'm kind of concluding that maybe your significant other, I don't know why I'm also picking up that your significant other maybe is doing illegal things, that's maybe procuring funds, bringing money into the environment or into the household, and it's kind of throwing you off a little bit, but you maybe don't want to say anything to him or her because you kind of feel like, you know, they are bringing in income. And I'm not sure why I'm also picking up that maybe they were involved in some kind of altercation or something with someone in the past, or they were involved in like a detrimental situation, which kind of brought them to a point where now maybe they have like a felony or something to that effect, where they can't obtain conventional employment. So maybe they're going about it the other way, you know, or the opposite way, or the radical or unconventional way of gaining funds. And what ends up going on now is they're bringing money in, but it's not, you know, the legal way, and it's kind of stressing you out a little bit. And I'm feeling like maybe that's why you feel kind of trapped, like maybe because they are the breadwinner now. And I'm also picking up that maybe you kind of stopped working, or maybe you're kind of in between jobs, or in between maybe finding your road or where you would like to go, or, you know, move forward with in terms of employment. So maybe you feel trapped in a sense of you can't leave because, you know, that's all maybe you have right now in terms of like a household. Or in terms of your environment, that's all that you really have right now, and that's why you can't leave them. So maybe you feel like, you know, you have to just oblige them right now. But also, I mean, remember with the Eight of Swords here, if you look at the card, see she has a blindfold over her eyes there. And that usually means, you know, that this person doesn't, whoever is embodying this energy or the circumstance, doesn't necessarily want to see the truth, or they don't want to see actually what's going on. And maybe that's why, you know, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, because, you know, you came up as the Tower card reversed here, which means, you know, trying to avoid the inevitable. And maybe that's why, you know, you're maybe not seeing the positive side of things, or maybe you're not seeing why you're kind of trapped, or that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like a perception a little bit, I feel. But then again, I mean, you guys all have different circumstances. So since this is general, I'm kind of throwing everything out there. Now, also, what your partner got here for what they want from you, the Seven of Wands reverse, and what you want from your partner in terms of, what you want from your partner here, you got the Ten of Cups reverse. Now, when I see this here, I'm kind of concluding that, let's start with your partner real quick here. Okay, so what your partner wants from you, I'm really feeling, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, that it's kind of like they want you to give up. And when I say that, I feel like they want you to maybe just go along with them, or maybe just oblige a lot of what they want to do. And I'm also picking up that they maybe want you to give up in terms of, now I hate to, you know, spin things and make things sound so negative, but, you know, I'm going to say it like this. Maybe they just want you to give in because they kind of just want to control the situation, that they want you to maybe just go along with things so that there's no resistance from you on there, or for for or on their end from you, so that they can maybe prolong, or maybe they can go more into what they're doing, and they just kind of want you to turn a blind face to it, or a blind eye to it, just kind of turn around and just ignore it. And when someone has those types of intention for the other person, I mean, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, that automatically means that it's something they shouldn't be doing. And when they want you to do that, and then when the other person obliges them, things tend to get really out of hand, and more secrets build up, or more negative intentions start to build up. And we don't ever want to lose that fight within ourselves, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, okay? We always want to fight for what's right, and for what we need, and what we want, and what we require. And since you got the Ten of Cups in terms of Ten of Cups reverse, in terms of what you want from your partner, I feel like you want your partner just to be there. You want your partner to show and give you harmony. You want them to be on the same emotional page as you. I'm also picking up that you want this idea of a family. And I hate to say idea, but you want a situation, you want a family-oriented type of environment, and you also want a family just together with this person. But I feel like you maybe can't, because of that reason, that maybe they're doing things a little bit sneaky, or doing things a little bit unconventionally. And I feel like there are obstacles against you guys that's preventing this, from actually happening. Which brings me to the next point of the current illusion, is the Two of Cups here reversed. Now, I want to say that the illusion for Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus is that everything is fine. I think maybe that's what you tell yourself, or your partner maybe tells you that, and then you're maybe like, okay, but then if your partner kind of, wants you just to give up and not fight, and not go against everything, and maybe he or she is kind of, doing things a little bit different, but more on, in a more non-viable sense. There's more to the story, that's what I'm feeling. And then with the Two of Cups reversed here, like when I see this card in this position, it would be different if it was upright, you know what I mean? Then in current illusion, I would say that maybe things aren't going so well, but then you think that they kind of are, or you're not aware that things are not going right. But when I see it in reverse, it kind of concludes, and it leads me to think that kind of what's going on, but you're sort of in a denial mode, or in a denial sense as to really what's going on. And maybe you just tell yourself, these kind of, I don't want to call them lies, but I mean, delusions aren't really necessary. That's not really a better word, but I want to say that maybe that's where I'm kind of headed towards. But I feel like you do it because it's like a coping mechanism, or it's a way of maybe just helping you move forward and kind of move on. But then, you kind of must ask yourself, why are you doing that? You shouldn't have to do that in a relationship, especially one that's really great, or one that makes you happy and fulfills you. But then I'm not sure if you're feeling quite fulfilled, because maybe, in this card, in the position was your current wants from your partner. This is what, not that you don't want to be fulfilled from your partner, but you want them to be that person who does fulfill you. Excuse me, I'm kind of dry today. So in terms of the position for what can assist your partner here, they got the World card reversed, and you got the Three of Wands reversed here. When I see this World card reversed here, I kind of think that, the thing that can help your partner is they need to come to the realization that things aren't necessarily moving in their favor. They may be moving monetarily in their favor for now, but eventually they know that in the long run, it's not really going to be something that's going to be successful. It's going to run its course, and eventually, shit's going to hit the fan, and things are going to definitely go awry or go the wrong way. But when things do go the wrong way, and he or she actually, supplemented things to in terms of going the wrong way, they can't really be upset when things do go awry or things do go bad, because they aided, within that process. For you got the Three of Wands reverse. Here I kind of feel like you feel like maybe you haven't made the correct decisions in life, or maybe up until this point in terms of the relationship. Maybe you kind of feel like you're putting a lot of the work in, but you're not really seeing your ships coming in. If you can see the card there are ships there. Maybe you feel a little bit guilty, or maybe you just kind of feel like maybe you make certain decisions and then the other person kind of ignores them and doesn't oblige you, you know, and then that's when you feel like you can't even make a decision. That's what I'm kind of feeling with the Three of Wands here reversed. Kind of feeling too that, like I said, maybe your plans are just kind of ignored and they don't really, you know, go along with your plans. Or maybe you do make plans and then they just do something completely on the contrary that just destroys them, or that just kind of just, you know, makes them fall apart. And maybe you're trying to do positive things, but then, you know, they don't see it as being positive. They see it as, you know, maybe resistance, right? With the Seven of Wands reversed, what they want from you, they see it as resistance. And then that then makes them kind of upset. And then they go against it purposely to kind of make it fall apart. You understand what I'm kind of saying? So for the hidden agenda here, we have the Justice reversed. When I see this card here in this current position, I kind of feel like there's some misalignment of maybe values here a little bit as well. I'm kind of feeling that maybe there's some unfairness for sure that's going on here. I feel like there is just things are going on and it's affecting one of you guys more than the other. Like it's not a, there's no cohesion, there's a lack of cohesion, there's no communal kind of agreement or, like I said, like a positive, not really positive, I'm sorry. Like an even, there you go, like an even amount of taking responsibility, you know. I feel like that's kind of what's going on a little bit. Maybe one of you is kind of taking the fall more than the other person. And when that happens, that causes a lot of injustice, and that also causes a lot of upheaval. And it also causes maybe one of you feeling like you're unappreciated. That can turn into that. Those are the latent consequences of, you know, when actions are kind of done that affects the other person more than the other. And if that's a prevalent, you know, theme within your guys' relationship, that can necessarily, I mean, that can lead to contention and can lead to, you know, unpositive, you know, unpositive wants and unpositive solutions. You can call it a solution, but you know, you get what I'm saying. So for what your partner projects onto you is the Devil card reversed, and you got what you project onto your partner. You got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Now, when I see these cards here in these current positions, I kind of feel like your partner is maybe kind of telling you everything's fine, everything's okay, or don't fight it, right? Or maybe they're painting a picture to maybe make you kind of see, or to maybe realize that they are not the bad person. Maybe they're making you, or they're diluting maybe what they're really doing or what they are. And I feel like they're trying to say things like, maybe, I'm also kind of picking up or hearing like, well, what do you want me to do? This is all that I can really do right now. And then you're kind of like going back, well, it affects me. It makes me this way. It hurts me, or it affects me in this manner. And they're kind of like, well, I mean, that's what we have to do. So just, you know, you have to roll with the punches, which is fine. You know, momentarily or intermittently, we all have to take the fall, you know, or oblige the other person. But not when this is something that's reoccurring, not when this is something that is always happening. It should, no, intermittency should not turn out to be perpetual things. It just doesn't work like that, because then that's when, like I said, the unappreciativeness comes out, the I'm sorry, excuse me, just feeling unappreciated comes out. Also, you know, justice reversed too, and this was or is the hidden agenda. You know, so I feel like that's kind of what's going on. Maybe your partner is maybe telling you things, maybe making it look like it's not so bad, when I feel like it's really going to turn into something bad, or it's leading up to that point, or maybe you're at that point right now. And I'm also kind of picking up that maybe they tell you this to convince you to stay as well, because maybe they feel like they need you right now in a sense to maybe supplement something that's going on with them internally. I'm feeling as well. And since you got, or in terms of what you got, in terms of what you project onto your partner, the Nine of Pentacles reversed. When I see this card here, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, I'm kind of feeling like you are not necessarily maybe very honest with this person in terms of how they make you feel. Maybe you do kind of give up, or you do kind of give in more than you really should, and it's really causing you to feel really confused. Maybe, you know, like I said, maybe making you feel like maybe you're trapped. That could be it too, a little bit. But remember what I said about this card. This is an illusion or a delusion, you know. You're not trapped. You choose to be, in a sense, you know? And when I see this here, you know, this can kind of signify that, you know, you've given all that you can up to this point and you feel like you can't move forward with this person or with this situation, that you do kind of want to give up. And you shouldn't always want to give up, but if they're putting you under that type of duress, you know, where you kind of just want to because it's all that you really think that you can do right now, that shouldn't be, okay? I mean, not really. But and also, you guys are coming into the reading here with both of you guys with Death card reverse. And I mean, when I see this card, I kind of think that there's going to be a transformation, but I'm really strongly feeling like, I mean, it could be a transformation in terms of maybe things would change around, but when I see this card here and with all of these cards in their current position, I kind of feel like the transformation is going to maybe necessarily be for you guys as individuals. Hence how I said individuals, and I can say as a couple, because I feel like maybe you guys may split up or you guys may separate, but that may be something that is needed right now. Maybe you guys will find your paths, you know, as individuals, and that transformation is going to come for you guys as individuals. And hey, you never know, maybe down the line when things are a little bit better, or when you guys figure out where you want to be in life, you guys work towards that, maybe you guys can come back together and maybe work on something that's extremely powerful or something that's extremely satisfying. But as of now, I mean, you got the Ten of Cups reversed here, and you know, you got also the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and these are both at the bottom in your positions. So I feel like, you know, you're maybe getting the shit end of the stick here a little bit, but you're going to have to kind of conclude, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, that, you know, is this fair? You know, back to, is this fair? You know? Okay, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, that concludes your reading for the little spread here. I really do advise you guys to book a private reading, okay? Check the description box and we'll look into your unique situation specifically. And every card that come out or what's in the spread will relate to you specifically to your unique situation, okay? All right, we'll see you.